Hey, I'm Claret. I'm the creator of Cluttered Thoughts. I created Cluttered Thoughts years ago. If you've seen my content before, at that time it was just a lot of expressive writing, a lot of like poetry and stuff like that. Fast forward, I'm still doing Cluttered Thoughts. I still have Cluttered Thoughts, rather, and it's because I have ADHD. Got diagnosed for this year, along with getting diagnosed for APD, which is an auditory processing disorder. Fun fact, there is no cure for it, only training of the ear. Fantastic. I was diagnosed with different mental health diagnoses throughout my 20s. I was diagnosed with depression. I was diagnosed with anxiety, both general and generalized, and social. I was diagnosed with PTSD. I was diagnosed with ADHD. I was diagnosed with APD. I'm currently in treatment for a rare eating disorder. It's not really an eating disorder, it's a sensory disorder. Um, it's usually in children. It can roll over into adulthood. That's what happened to me. I had it my entire life, but I didn't know I had it until I got my diagnosis when I was 27. I think I was 26. I got my diagnosis, called ARFID. Um, Maybe one day I'll touch on that um, topic in a different video. Um, I've also dealt with passive suicidal thoughts. I've never had suicidal ideation or suicide attempts, but I've had moments of passive suicidal thoughts, not wanting to be here anymore, and stuff like that. And sometimes the thoughts can be fleeting. But I've also had moments where the thoughts might stay. Um, and it's in those moments I really have to dig myself out of the rabbit hole. So many people suffer in silence. I know I've been one of those people who suffers in silence as well. My thing though is that I don't like to burden people. I don't like to burden my friends, my family. I don't even like to bother or burden my dog. I just don't. I've got to deal with that myself. I've always took it upon myself. I'm also very independent, which I know is a trauma response. Um, but I just don't like to bother people. And one thing, and I hate to admit this, is I'm an excellent masker. I mask very well. You won't know that I'm struggling. You won't know I'm going through something. And right now, I look exhausted, have bags under my eyes, I'm tired, and I'm not wearing makeup. Um, Mainly it's just tiredness because I haven't been sleeping well the last few nights. But like I have my own set of stuff. I'm working through it. I'm working toward recovering, like all of these things. I'm also doing it unmedicated. I'm not on medication or anything. But that's a personal choice. A little background about me. I did acting and modeling since I was 2.5 years old. Um, my mom was always at all of my auditions. She was at my bookings. I was really busy as a kid. I was booking busy as a kid and I loved it. I was never in school. I did I did a children's book. Never got the copy of it, by the way. In textbooks like Scholastic. I did McGraw Hill. I did commercial. I did a fashion show. Um, I did different things as a kid. I don't even remember at this point, but I did a lot as a kid. Into my teens and my 20s, I didn't really do as much. Business just got more competitive, and you would go into a room and you see like 10 other people who look exactly like you, dress exactly like you, everything exactly like you. So it was getting harder in my teens and my 20s, but I did go to a conservative for college, where I got my degree in film and television. And I always struggled in school, like in college, as an actor, because I struggled with my lines. I struggled with bringing my emotions. And I didn't know it was ADHD, but another issue that I was going through, which I'll explain in a moment, that didn't allow me to be the best actor that I knew I could be or bring myself there fully. My mom was always do 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 do. And that's just where it was. I was always, my mind was somewhere else. And now I look back at it and I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Maybe my ADHD was just getting in the way of learning my lines, of being able to bring my emotions and all of that other stuff. Um, at some point, a few years ago, I just didn't want to continue doing acting and modeling. I didn't feel like it aligned with the woman that I am today, or I was at that time. I'm still enjoying it right now, but um it doesn't feel the same. While doing that, I also worked in the mental health field. So in the mental health field for about 10 years now. Um, had different roles of it. Tried to go to school for social work, dropped out because it was just too much for me to be a full-time student, full-time worker. And then I got certified to be a peer specialist. So it all allowed me to work with people on their recovery journey. So I got certified to be a peer. Um, and a lot of it, and to be a peer, you have lived experience with substance abuse, mental health, anything of that sort. I had an abusive childhood. Before people start to think or even ask, where's your family? Where's this or that person? My mom, like, tried to intervene and, like, was there, but it was the authorities, unfortunately, who let me fall through the cracks. They failed me. The court, the police, they all just let me split the system, I guess, in itself. They just let it all, they just failed me. And I fell through the cracks. And I was an aggressive kid, angry kid. If people from middle school ever watch this video, they will remember. I was a kicker. I was punching and hitting. I was just an aggressive kid, and nobody ever questioned it. Um, I kind of wonder if they ever questioned it, what I have ever told them. But funnily enough, I think I buried it so deep within myself that I forgot about it. I didn't even know why it was the way that it was. And it wasn't until 2016, it wasn't until in 2016, I was, I came across a person, I ended up liking them, all this stuff, get involved with them, and they were abusive. And I mean, I guess at that time I was naive. So I didn't see the red flags. I was like, they're pink, they're orange, they're yellow, they're gold. So I didn't see the sign that I should have seen. And I missed a lot. Um, but the abuse at that time let me go down a bad spiral. But it also opened up the can of worms of the abuse I went through as a kid. I was fragmented, self-remembering, and I was like, wait, like that just I've been through this before. And I went to therapy. I worked through a lot of it, but then the change I thought that, I still have PTSD at times, like triggers. Um, I still have moments where I'm like, I'll have a flashback or a memory. It's been so long that I still experience it. Um, but I don't let any of that define me as a person in any shape or form. Gone through it. It it has impacted me, and something I think to myself even a couple of months ago. Why do I have so many problems? I feel like I have problems with all of these items, and it's like, no, I've just gone through stuff that maybe the average person has not. That doesn't change anything about who I am as a person. If people know me like they know me outside of like this space, then I'm a rock star. I'm a rock star. And yeah, I want to just create this space and make it a safe space that's judgment free, that people can come to have open dialogue, be able to heal, grow, learn, have connection, build community, and just know they're never truly alone. And if people feel like they really don't have someone, I hope that this space can be that place to bring you some sort of comfort, whatever comfort means to you. And I hope that this place and space can give people the opportunity to be vulnerable, to be raw, gritty, messy, to be just to be you, whatever you mean, even if it is those things, because you're preaching to the choir. Trust me, it's the choir here. Um, but I hope that you can just be you wholeheartedly. Um, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you guys. Take care.